Hi, these are your short and sweet January 2013 videos, and I want to tell you how to get the most of the astrology trends for the future month for January 2013. Always make sure you check at least your ascendant sign, and for the full prognosis check this ascendant, moon and sun sign. Most people always check their sun sign only, not realizing that actually it's not the most astrologically correct one. The most astrologically correct and personal sign is always the ascendant, which is determined by the exact time of your birth, the minute, the hour. And then comes the moon sign, which especially, particularly women, answer much more. For instance, last month I've experienced the prediction and the trends much more of my moon sign. Women, the moon is a female planet, and a lot of women connect a lot to their moon sign prediction. And if you don't know what your ascendant sign or moon sign astrologically are, you can go to my website astrolada.com, where I have a birth chart calculator. You need to know the time of your birth, or at least approximately, to find out those two signs and their degrees. Write them down and make sure, if you don't have time to listen to the whole prediction for the moon, sun and ascendant sign, then at least listen to the whole prediction for the ascendant sign always, and then to the second part of the moon and the sun prediction when I mentioned particular degrees of the moon, the ascendant, or when I mentioned particular days of birth which correspond to the sun position. If you hear your exact day of birth or position of the ascendant of the moon, or of the moon, like say 20 degrees Leo or something, if you hear these degrees mentioned, then you will definitely feel what is happening to you, what I'm talking about this month, because these are based on transit, and transits never fail. They're very, very specific. Even if the overall prognosis, the first part of the prediction of your sign is not, you don't identify so much with, if you hear your exact degree of the ascendant or the moon or the day of the birth, you will definitely identify with the influences that I'm talking about during this period. So please, if you have more specific questions which those videos cannot answer, then you're welcome to contact one of my psychics or astrologers which I've selected from all over the world for you, which are fantastic, carefully selected, and they can give you sweet and short answers for 10 to 15 minutes. You can have readings with them, or even shorter. So there is an answer for everything you're looking for here. Virgo ascendant, sun or moon. And January 2013 for you, what does it hold? Well, a lot of the planets Sun, Moon and Venus are activating your 5th house, and that's probably the most fun and enjoyable house in all of astrology. So this is time for you to brighten up a bit. Light will be, you're much more able to connect to light, to inspiration, to creative or divine inspiration. The 5th house is the house of creativity. And even if you're not like the person who draws at home or writes music or so creative, you can actually connect to those creative juices running around, which is the divine inspiration or Holy Spirit, we call it in spirituality. It's the Holy Spirit. People who are filled up with the Spirit in spirituality, they're happy, they're more brightened. So you have a chance now to connect a bit more with those divine energies of inspiration, of feeling more empowered, your self-esteem rising up, your confidence, feeling more positive overall, Is the house of the sun, the 5th house. So when the house of the sun is activated, it's as if the sun is rising a bit more. And I'm not saying that overnight you wake up and you'll feel happy and you're singing along, but definitely you can feel a marked improvement in your moods, in your levels of how you're feeling about yourself, and how inspired you feel. There's nothing better than a person waking up happy and inspired, and these are the moments when usually those things are more likely to happen, when our 5th house is activated. And especially if you're creative, is especially positive and active period for you, especially productive period for you. Also it's great time to spend with your children. 5th house rules children, because they're the biggest happiness usually of our life, and they're the thing that really inspires us and excites us, and that we feel most proud of, because 5th house is the house of prideness and self-esteem. And our what we create out of us is what we're most proud about, and what gives us self-confidence. Children are one of those things. So those planets can make you busy with your children, spend more time, your source source of joy. They can lit up your life right now, spend more time, or maybe they require more attention from you during this period. So these things are more activated. Also, it rules romance, as they say. I observed it that actually when fifth house is activated, people feel not so much like, it's not like they, meet the love of their life or something, but they just feel in a more happy, funny mode. They want to be more playful. They want to express their true identity more. It's like children, they're not afraid to express who they are, so others are more attracted towards them. So often it can be a period when romantic interests and flirts are more active, because a person becomes more flirtatious when they're happy and inspired. And this is when another can fall for you, or another can bring up in you this flirtatious, more bright and sunny side. So it's a good time for romance as well, for having fun, for parties, for hobbies, for all the things that you enjoy doing is the fifth house, all the things that bring a smile to you and inspire you. And of course, if something bad is happening or difficult in your life, it's probably coming from some transit that you're having. If you want to know your transits, I have them on my website. With explanations, long explanations there that you can check from my birth chart calculator. And what else is happening? Sorry. For Virgos, yes, Mars is in your sixth house. And it's a great place for Mars, because Mars is a difficult planet. A bit of a rough planet, and rough planets should be in the difficult houses like the sixth house. And sixth house is Mars is the planet of fixing, improving things, and sixth house rules the same. So basically, it's a great time now to tie up some loose ends, to fix up some things, because Mars will give you the energy, the courage not to be afraid in the face of difficulties, not to be afraid in the face of anything which needs improvement, everything which needs confrontation and dealing with straight on, face on. Because sixth house is the house of all those daily obstacles and things that we have to do to maintain our life, to fix things, to improve things on the material level. And Mars gives us the physical energy and the courage to tackle those. So fixing things, improving things in your life is great right now. Dealing with even improving your health regime, your food regime, this is what sixth house is, and Mars can give you the energy to improve that. If not, triggers Mars, because the crow planet, if you're not trying to improve yourself in some way during this month, especially your health, especially your daily routines and how you approach your life on a daily basis, the routines, as I said, if some of those might backfire on you, and you might even get some cold or something from your health telling you that you're not living your life in a right way, you're not doing the things necessary for your body that will keep you happy, that will keep it balanced. And that's when Mars activates the sixth house, illness can come to you. And I'm not saying something that's going to put you in hospital and that's it, but something that definitely can activate those lamps, those alarm bells in your head, that you should do something to improve yourself, you should do something to fix your health. A sixth house is the house of enemies, so illnesses are our enemies. So fixing there, improving something to get rid of that enemy, or Mars activating it there. Even if you have some conflict with another person, Mars in the sixth house helps you tackle it better, not be so afraid of that conflict, be more gutsy to approach all those difficult things and obstacles in life that we have. This is what sixth house is, having to deal on a daily basis for survival, for improving our life. You have the courage and guts now to do it. So it's a great time also for getting practical work done. It's not only fun with the fifth house activated in your horoscope. Mars is also helping you be more active on a practical level, So I think this is for you, Virgos. Let me know how things are going. If you want more specific answers to questions, you can always ask one of my astrologers or psychics for 5-10 minutes reading, or you can check your personal transits, which are much more specific and much more correct for you, on my website at the birth chart calculator. Thank you.